Without a shadow of a doubt, it's the Crockett Show in social media history. I want to welcome you to another episode of the War Zone. Every night on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. It's your man. Who am I? I'm the 5-star general. The NRA came to Houston and set the world on fire. But the question now becomes, are they gonna shit or get off the pot? Or is it just a bunch of noise being made? Tonight we're gonna talk about it. Let's go. Say, man, I want to welcome you to another episode of the War Zone and tell you thank you for taking the time out to tune in to your boy, man. I'm broadcasting live. I'm broadcasting live from St. Louis, Missouri. I had to do what I had to do. Had to come out here and hang out with my Panther partners, help feed the community, because that's what we do. The Central Region Minister of Politics for the new Black Panther Party. And you can best believe that we are the truth. I'm gonna start this thing off. Let's go to a clip and let's see what they're talking about. All right.
Continue today as the National Rifle Association Convention hosts its annual conference in downtown Houston. This comes just 4 days after the mass shooting in Uvalde that killed all of those people. Fox 26's Natalie Heat has the story.
Tensions here outside the GRB are high. Many of these protesters out here for the second day in a row. Many of them just simply outraged that the NRA convention is happening during this time.
No more dead children! No more dead children!
It's just outrageous. The timing is horrible.
It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. I can't believe that they are still doing it in Texas, like less than 4 days since it happened.
Protesters stood across from the Georgia Brown Saturday for several hours, shaming attendees of the NRA convention.
They have made their choice to let our children continue to die by selling these AR-15s that are weapons of mass destruction.
Armed cops stood around and did nothing because they feared the AR-15 ban assault weapons now.
At times, the situation escalated.
And Houston police had to intervene when the far-right organization, the Proud Boys, showed up to protest the protesters.
Beyond that, but this goes wrong. Come on.
They're all suffering with what happened in
The chaos all stemming from a highly emotional week in the U.S. after 19 elementary school children and 2 teachers in Uvalde were murdered. Some NRA attendees agreeing that the massacre calls for tighter gun laws.
I'm all for some sort of new control, some mental check or something like that needs to happen in the process because the process failed.
Others stand by the notion that guns aren't the issue.
More gun laws is not going to stop nothing. Because last time I checked, drugs illegal. Drugs all over the street.
They should have no door that opens from the outside, only from the inside, and you solve the problem.
The NRA convention continues for another day tomorrow. From downtown Houston, Natalie Heat, Fox 26 News.
So there you see it, man. I mean, the city on fire because the NRA convention is in the city of Houston. And you know what's amazing? I was talking to my Panther brothers today, and we were talking about Uvalde and what happened. And I want you to understand, me and my Panther brothers, we go through gun training and we do all that. Responsible gun training is what we do. We learn everything we need to learn about guns and how to properly handle them and all of that. What the little Latino brother just said, I said today. You want to get rid of all the guns, the AR-15s, cool. then you try to get rid of dope. See, y'all don't understand. Somebody making money off this. So the outcry, I see the outcry. I see the outcry from the public officials. I see the outcry from the school, the school unions, the teacher unions. I see the outcry. Where was that outcry 2 weeks ago? Where was that outcry a month ago? Where was it a year, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago? Nobody gave a damn about school safety. Even with all of those children being murdered in Parkland, kids being murdered in Santa Fe, where was the outcry? Just so happens, this happens, and the NRA convention is in one of the largest metropolitan cities in the country. So now the NRA is the problem. Nope. You want to know who the problem is? I got to speak on it. Let me tell you who I think the problem is, and it's just my honest opinion. The United States government. Russian AK-47s have been in the United States of America for the longest of time. How did a Russian gun get to the U.S.? I've said it before. How did it get to the U.S.? Did a bunch of U.S. citizens go to Russia and just bring back some AK-47s? How did that work? I'm just trying to figure it out. But now you got people like the teachers union sending out emails and, you need to protest the NRA and the Republicans. But I thought the teachers union was a nonpartisan organization. No, they're partisan. They're partisan. So here's the thing. The Democrats have a rallying cry now. But see, me being out here with my Panther partners, and we always gun training, responsible gun training, where we learn how to handle firearms the right way. Ain't nobody taking our guns, bro. I don't care what kind of gun it is. You're not taking it. If you want to do something about this problem, then start looking at the people that's gassing you up. You had all these people in Discovery Green yesterday that ain't gave a damn about no kids at no schools. American Federation of Teachers, National Chairman, whatever she calls herself, Randy Weingarten. Man, when you gave a damn about school safety, the only thing you give a damn about is increasing your membership so you can make more money. I'm just telling you the truth of what I see and what I know. When did all these thousands of people give a damn about school safety? See, because school safety ain't just about shootings. School safety is about Latino brothers at Sterling High School that are jumped on and beat unmercifully, and we can barely get it on the news. Where was the outcry for that? School safety is about an African-American teacher at another school that's being beat up on a daily basis, and the administration doesn't do nothing about it, and nor does the district. Where's the outcry? See, you found something, which was a very tragic accident. Don't get it twisted. I feel it. I still feel it. But if you're looking for the root cause of the problem, where does it lie? Nobody gave a damn about school safety. Let me tell you how far this go back. Let me go back further than that, but I'm going to take you to a certain point. In 2017, I'm standing in front of the Board of Trustees in HISD, and I'm going off in the board meeting because a substitute teacher had been bringing guns to school in her purse. Rather than look at what I'm saying, they sent me a trespassing notice. Did anybody give a damn what I was saying that night? That a teacher had a loaded gun in her purse on a school campus, and the school district gave me a trespassing notice and barred me from coming to meetings for over 8 months. Who gave a damn about school safety? See, all of this grandstanding that we doing, that's all it really is. That's all it really is. If you give a damn about school safety, shouldn't you tighten up how you vet teachers? What I mean by that, maybe we wouldn't have so many pedophiles in our school if you gave a damn about school safety. Maybe so many little girls wouldn't be getting raped by these teachers if you gave a damn about school safety. You don't get to pick and choose which item is more important. So explain this to me. All over the country, men, women sleeping with these kids in the school, ain't that school safety? So when we start giving a damn, because the NRA is coming to town, we're going to put on this grand show. Talk to me. Talk to me. Ain't nobody get the right to say nothing about no goddamn school safety. I've been screaming it, and I got kicked off the campus, off the district premises for 8 months because I had a problem with a teacher bringing a loaded gun in her purse to Fonville Middle School. And the district kicks me off the campus. Tell me if I'm lying. No, I can't be lying, because that's why I sued you. You would not allow me to come to meetings. You would not allow me to address it in a public forum because you didn't give a damn about those children. So I had to sue you and take you all the way to the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals to win. So when did we start caring about school safety? Oh, maybe it was the day Worthing High School had 15 fights in the hallway. Did we care about school safety when a kid got shot at Bel Air? Did we care about school safety? Let's go back a few years when somebody died at a powder puff game on the football field at Worthing High School. Did we care about school safety? No, you're picking and you're choosing. You're picking and you're choosing. I want to read this comment. I want to read Gwendolyn Benton's comment, if you guys don't mind. She say, I teach on a campus here in Houston where we have SPED Ed, DAEP, RDC, and many other students have behavioral issues are on paper. They enter the building, walk through a metal detector, yet we are not allowed to further search them. Students make terroristic threats towards us. Remind you, they already have behavioral history. And because they did not say when and where they would harm us, no charges are picked up. This is where it begins, but where does it end? So when they start caring about school safety, that's from a teacher. And I know she ain't lying. I know she's not lying. What we got to do is understand you're in the middle of an election year. People are looking for anything to galvanize their campaigns or galvanize their parties. They want to demonize the Republican Party. So can I ask y'all a serious question? How many of those babies died? How many of their parents were Republicans? Did the man ask if they were Republican or Democrat before he did it? How many of those babies that died were their parents Republicans, since you want to demonize the Republicans? Tell the truth. See, death has no political affiliation. Death has no political affiliation. But these people have made this a very political issue. Now they want the governor of the state of Texas to call a special session so that they can go back in and they can fight to get the laws changed. Why the hell you didn't fight to get it changed when it first came up? It came up before the voter suppression, voter integrity law, whatever you want to call it. Why didn't you jump on a plane then, ride out the state of Texas and kill all them laws the same way you did that voter suppression law? Because behind the scenes, behind the closed doors, you had already cut the deal on the law. So now it's like the Republicans are stopping us from doing this. They're stopping us from doing that. How many Republican parents lost their children out of those 19? Stop trying to demonize people for your own political gain. Stop doing it. And a lot of y'all, you don't see it and you don't understand it. You just fall in line. And I'm going to be honest with you. If I would have been in town, I would have been at the NRA convention because I'm an NRA member. I have a Second Amendment right. And you want to know why I'm going to fight to keep it? Because if we don't fight to keep that one, they'll start playing with the other ones. Black people, honestly, bro, a lot of these constitutional rights, man, the only one that really just knock us in the dirt is the 13th Amendment. That slavery will only exist in the form of incarceration. You feeling what I'm saying? But the rest of them, those are the ones that we're entitled to. You cannot think that you can let people strip you of them and then they won't come and try to take the rest of them from you. So this is why people are going to fight for that right. And you shouldn't have an AR-15. How the hell are you going to tell somebody what they can and cannot have? Some people got AR-15s because that's what the criminals got. Why? Let's go back to the war on drugs. Let's go back to the war on drugs. Let's go back, all right? When the war on drugs was popping, remember they said they had to up their artillery base because the criminals had far more firepower than the police officers. So where was the outcry for school safety then? They were rocking AR-15s back then, 20, 30 years ago. But see, it wasn't no outcry. So I don't know if y'all ready. I don't even know if I can tell y'all the truth, man. I don't want to lose some of y'all. I don't want to lose some of y'all. Can I tell you the truth, man? Can I honestly tell you the truth? That's all I want to know. Can I tell you the truth? Because I don't want you to get offended. But I need to know if I can tell you the truth. Let me say this here. Let me say if I can tell you the truth. All right, hold on a second. Let's go here. I want to be able to tell you the truth. Nothing seems to be a major problem until the murders start affecting other races that are not black. What was the big march when them people died in Buffalo? Was there a big march when they got murdered at that church in Carolina? Come on, talk to me, man. Talk to me, man. See, whether you're black or white, you don't want me to sit here and tell you the truth because I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you, man. There ain't no outcry when it's a bunch of black folk being murdered. But if it's anything other than black, we got to change the whole system. What no issues with no guns until Bobby Seals walked onto the floor of the California Assembly by mistake. And then all of a sudden, the gun laws changed in the 60s. People are afraid. In America, this is your truth, whether you like it or not. People are afraid of African American people being armed to the teeth. Because you know you've done so much. See, me, I can look over a lot of things. But some people just ain't taking it, bro. And some people, you know, just tell the truth. Where the outcry was a week and a half ago when them people got killed in Buffalo. Where was the big march then? Was people marching on the NRA then? Oh, you don't want to talk to old 5-star. Because the truth is the truth. The NRA didn't kill nobody. See, guns don't kill people. People kill people. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. I see my sister Demetri K. She's very outspoken. And God bless her and Donovan for the knowledge they give to people. There was no outcry when 10 people got killed in Buffalo. There was no march on the NRA when 10 black people got killed in Buffalo. But anything other than black, we want to shut the country down. We want to go back into special session. Say, man, a life is a life. But the NRA didn't kill anybody. It didn't kill anybody. Let me tell you something, man. The NRA is one of the most powerful organizations in the world. Why don't you figure out which ones are your favorite politicians you're taking money from? And then that'll tell you everything you need to know. Y'all hold on a second, man. Hold on. I'm almost back. Hold on a second. I got to plug up my phone. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. So, the NRA didn't kill nobody. If you feel somebody killed those kids, tell the truth. We watched those legislators get on a plane with beer, run away from here for a whole 2 months. But the gun bill was right before that one. Why you didn't run out of here on that one? Because you cut the deal behind the scenes. You cut the deal, man. And now y'all falling for this rhetoric that they throwing out there. You falling for it. And that's what you normally do. They need Beto gonna run up there and like he gonna save the world. Cool, you did that in a room full of cops. But let Gary Martin know would have disrupted me. I'd have been under the penitentiary. You know it just as well as I do. Demetri K says the tragedies are the best and the worst thing to happen for the midterms. No doubt about it. But guess what? Person I'm running against, she ran away from the gun bill too. So did your legislator, who, since they want to make it partisan, your Democratic legislator, did they fight against that bill as hard as they did against the voter suppression bill? No, they did not. And they were not going to do that. See, the enemy is the one that can disguise himself like a chameleon, sit right amongst you, and you never know they're the enemy. Those are the ones. The loudest one in the room is the one you need to keep watching. You need to keep watching them. You need to keep watching them. I'm going to ask again, where was the goddamn outcry when 10 black people lost their life a week and a half ago in Buffalo, New York? Where was all you people at then? Since we care so much about people. Wasn't no outcry. And you know exactly why it wasn't no outcry. See, you're going to have to find some people to represent you and me that's going to be straight up. Jimmy Leon, let me put your comment up, homie. Who is to blame when over 21 veterans commit suicide daily? Nationwide mental health clinics need to be reinstated. And I'll go back to what I said. The people that govern you ain't fighting for them. So whose fault is that? I go into battles every day for these children. Don't know if I'm going to win or lose. But the one thing I know is I'm going to fight. So where's the fight at in the people who now want a special session? Where was the fight at when you had the floor to do what you needed to do? Where was the fight at then? Demetrius says, hell, there's gun violence in the hoods all day, but it ain't national news, so our misleadership can care less. Exactly. We got a pandemic in the black community. We got a pandemic been in the black community since we got off the motherfucking boats. The murder of black men, the murder of black women, the murder of black children, the raping of black women. It's 2022 and people still being hung in trees. Where's the legislation for that? All this old watered down shit that they passing, that shit ain't gonna matter, man. That shit ain't gonna matter. What needs to be done at this point is we need to start policing our hoods. We should have been doing it. That means our neighborhoods. Hold on, Kendrick, come on, man. You on the NRA too? He says it's a political issue because Republicans are bought and paid for by the NRA. Dude, you really think that the NRA just give money to Republicans? Are you serious? Y'all really think that the NRA only gives money to the Republicans? Who runs the Senate and the House right now? The Democrats. How many bills have been brought to the floor by these Democrats that could make the quality of life better for all of us? How many? The NRA didn't kill nobody, bro. If you want to do something with the NRA, that means you're going to have to do something about bad sporting goods. That means you need to do something about the pawn shops. You get a gun from anywhere. You get a gun from anywhere. So if you outlaw all these guns and we need gun control, okay, cool. When are you going to outlaw this dope? See, because you've been pumping dope and guns into our communities for centuries. So if you can't stop the flow of dope, you ain't gonna stop the flow of guns. Now, I tell you what, if y'all serious about gun control, why don't y'all hook up with city government, have put some trash cans in front of City Hall, and y'all just go down there and dump your guns in there. Get rid of your guns. When them motherfuckers figure out you done got rid of them guns, they gonna show you. Walk around here and let people know you ain't got no guns. You want to get rid of your gun? Get rid of your gun. If you want to get rid of your gun, get rid of your gun. But I want you to look at me real close. I want you to see what I'm finna. You got to see what I'm saying. You got to hear what I'm saying. Make sure all of y'all can hear me. I ain't getting rid of mine. I ain't no damn fool. Now, if you want to get rid of yours, then do what you do. Do y'all think it's by design? Let's see how smart you are. Why doesn't the state of Texas have legalized gambling? What state would allow people to leave their state, go to neighboring states? You feel it? Where they can gamble away all of their money, all the revenue that comes from gambling. Do you clearly understand that there are Democratic and Republican legislators that will not make legalized gambling a possibility because of all the money they get paid under the table? I thought some of y'all was smart. Anything, I mean, we talking about the outcry, but y'all don't want to hear that, some of y'all. If y'all gonna lay up here and outcry for that, well, you gonna outcry for our people. We got a pandemic of murders going on in our community on a daily. You can't even get the news to cover it. Please don't tell me these things, because it's not making sense. You have more security, like I said yesterday, at a goddamn school board meeting for some parents talking about porn in the library than you have sitting on the goddamn school campuses. But yet we care about these kids, right? You know, I've been in board meetings where the night I got the trespasser notice, you know why I beat that case to a certain degree? They said I threatened somebody. It was 19 cops in that room. But on a school that got 800 kids, they run that school every day with one cop. But in that room for 9 trustees and a raggedy superintendent, there were 19 cops. If you want to secure these schools, you're going to secure them. It's not like they can't do it. But I don't want to spend no extra money on no metal detectors. Well, pick your baby brains up off the floor. You're playing the low average. But to see some of y'all out there with that foolishness, and I'm going to talk to black people. I got to talk directly to y'all real quick. I ain't see y'all raising up a week and a half ago for them 10 black dead people in Buffalo. Where your energy was for that? Because you don't give a damn. How many black kids done got hit in random gunfire in Houston? Ain't nobody raised up for it. What outcry? This shit is political, man. And now nobody can seem to get the story right on what actually happened at the school. That tell me right there, it was some fuck shit. Demetrius says kabuki theater for politicians. Yep. And y'all fall for it hook, line, and sinker every time. Hook, line, and sinker. The Houston Independent School District's new Superintendent Millard House, he cares so much about school safety, say because he has a child, that he takes his child to school every morning. Did you care about school safety earlier in the year when you visited Worthing High School and it immediately went on lockdown because there was a gun on the campus? How serious did you take it there? How serious did you take it? Superintendent shows up to the school, it goes on lockdown because there's a gun on the campus. So how serious did you take it, knuckle? It ain't serious when it pertains to certain people. So don't come at me, this ain't about color. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You know how many times kids were frustrated at their schools and they wanted to walk out and they were threatened and they were suspended but don't you know that the administration of Bel Air High School, along with the school district, coordinated a plan that allowed those kids to walk out the other day? But our kids get threatened. They don't even give them water when they walk out the schools. You want to in school, suspend them. You want to out of school, suspend them. Say, man, schools is messed up and I don't give a damn what y'all say. See, because I get to say this. I get to say it more than anybody else because I deal with it on a daily basis. So the things that I'm saying is not things that I have to hypothetically think about. These are things that I see. These are things that I know. You know, I had a principal call me one time, and in this year, I ain't gonna say what school, I ain't gonna say what principal. But they called me, they say, Monroe, I need some real niggas to come over here and talk to these kids. A principal. Because the school was out of control. Let me go slow with y'all again. Let me say this real slow for you, what the principal told me. My phone ring, hey, what's happening? Hey, Monroe, I need some real niggas to come over here and talk to these kids, man. But we care about school safety. You know how many teachers have been assaulted in this school year by students? But we care about school safety. You know how many kids have been beaten unmercifully during this school year? But we care about school safety. You know how many fights that you've had after school that were not reported to the main office or reported to the district or reported to TEA, but yet we care about school safety. You tell me. You don't want me to show you the number of fights I done got. In my inboxes. You don't want to see that. These schools have their own YouTube channels, their own Instagram pages, where all they do is show the fights. Gladiator school. But did we care about school safety when Debrianna Bonds was assaulted by the school police officer and the principal, slammed on camera with the cuffs on, a 112-pound little girl slammed by a police officer with the cuffs on? Did we care about school safety then? No. But we need to care now. Can I keep it 100 with y'all? That's all I want to know. Can I please keep it 100 with y'all? I gotta say what I gotta say, because if I don't say it, then it don't count to me. It just don't count to me. I gotta say it. See, when it's black on black crime, some of you racist people get on the news comments, Facebook comments, and you make all these old raggedy comments about black kids. Black kids ain't blowing up schools. Black kids ain't shooting up schools. Do something with your people, man. Don't tie us into that. Look, I got to give it to you real. Black kids ain't shooting up no schools. Black kids ain't blowing up no schools. But now you need all the black folk to jump in line with you. Can we get that same energy when we begging for help in our communities? No, we never get it. No, we never get it. So really, this is the way that I feel, man. Fix your problem. And you know why it's not going to happen on a black campus. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. On an average, there's 15 to 20 guns on those black campuses every day. And if you dumb enough to come up in there talking about you finna shoot up something, you finna have a full-fledged shootout. So this happens at the schools where their guards are down. You want to live in your bubble? You don't want to think everything is real? This is why it keep happening to you. But don't come in here and blame this on no NRA. Don't blame this on the NRA. Because for every black person that fall in line with that, I'm going to tell you an ignorant motherfucker when you go to the polls. Yeah, I'm going to call it like I see it. The NRA ain't killed nobody. NRA ain't killed nobody. But get what? Somebody dropping the ball. But ain't nobody got enough balls to say who really dropping it. I got enough. And I said what I said, and I'm 10 toes down when I say it. Your issue is your representation. Most of your legislators are only lobbying, dealing with these lobbyists right now, trying to make gambling legal in the state of Texas. They could give a damn if your child get their brains blowed out in them schools. Trust me when I tell you, I know these things. It ain't just something I'm making up. It's something that I got documentation on. Douglas Dwayne Jones says, what is gun control? I don't know. But I know in my house, we gonna control the situation with a gun. Ain't nobody out here waving no pistol in the street. Ain't nobody walking up and down the street with an AR-15. Well, I tell you what, my Panther partners do it all the time when they do their Second Amendment marches. Most of them got AR-15s. But a whole bunch of black people with AR-15s ain't walking down the street shooting people. Can I say the same thing for Kyle Rittenhouse? Do something with your people. Do something with your people. Do something with your people. When my folk today, they had their ARs. Put up safeties on them, the whole 9 yards. Never pulled them out, never did nothing. We feeding the community. But Beto can come in. If they change the Constitution, I'm not giving up my gun. You got to be out your mind. And y'all know exactly why a lot of people got AR-15. You know why they got them? Because a lot of y'all had AR-15s. So a lot of us just leveled the playing field. So if you want to know why people got AR-15s, somebody had too many of them and was flaunting them. So there it is. Why are there so many AR-15s that have been purchased? Because somebody was walking around with them, flaunting them. And then you know what black people figured out? I can buy me one too. But see, it ain't us. Let's just be honest about it. We're in the 21st century where data rules the country. Who's committing all these crimes like this? Us, we still in Cadillac converters. Y'all shooting up schools. Us, we selling dope. Y'all blowing up buildings. Then you want to act like it's all our problem. No, fix your people. I'm not these racist. No, I'm not. I'm real. I'm telling the truth. Nick Rose is still in Cadillac converters. But if we're going to care about these kids, then that's got to be across the board. If we're going to talk school safety, it has to be across the board. It can't be just one or two things. I'm sorry. Because when we speak of school safety, we're talking about teachers that are being physically abused in school. Let me read Gwendolyn's comment. She say people are stealing them from pawn shops, gun shops, and selling on the streets. Anybody have access to any guns if they have the right money? And she is right. So here's a question, and I'm gonna leave y'all alone. How many of them has the U.S. military supplied the drug dealers on the slick, and now they in our neighborhoods? Talk to me. Freeway. The real Freeway Ricky Ross. The U.S. government was supplying the dope and the guns. But we got a problem with guns in America. Now, we got a problem with the supply. And we know who the supply is. If you don't know, now you do. Say, man, I got this flash drive and I got to do something because while y'all fighting these gun laws, I got to load this album up. It's done. So y'all fight them gun laws, man. I'm telling you now, I'm not trying to change nothing. I think that the age to purchase a gun should be the same age it is for you to purchase a bill. That's the most that I'm going to talk about. You ain't have a problem with the AR-15 when they were kicking in our doors and coming up in our houses, killing us, and they didn't hit the wrong house. Did you have a problem with the AR-15 when they ran up in Breonna Taylor's house? Did you have a problem with one then? Well, if you didn't, don't have one now. And that's how I feel about it. I mean that. Say it's a reason why I'm the best in the business, man. Every night, 7 o'clock. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. I'm very, very opinionated. I'm going to call a spade, and I'm walking straight down the street with it. Who am I? I'm a 5-star general. I'm in St. Louis, and then I'm going to bounce to Minneapolis. And then I'm going to take this flash drive, and I'm going to set the sum off with the hottest album that you cats ain't never heard in your life. The best kept secret in Texas. Until tomorrow, I'll holler at you.